Do it look good? All right. I got both
Come
sides are
on.
good. So, all right, families. This is a problem that was on the IA. That was the lowest percentage points that all the scholars got. So we're going to go over this problem real quick so we can make sure that we get it right next time. So I see the number 440,000. I'm trying to label to the greatest and least, or round to the greatest and least to my 10,000. So the first thing I do is I always label. Every single time scholars see a number, they should always label. I have my ones, my tens, my hundreds. Now I have my thousands, my 10,000s, and my 100,000s. I always label because this helps me keep track. So I have the number 440. I'm going to start with the greatest number. So I'm thinking of the greatest number that rounds to 440,000, thinking about my 10,000s. So if I have 440,000, I'm going to start with 440,000 down here, and I know that 10,000 above is 450,000. I now know my midpoint is right in the middle of 440 and 450, which is 445,000. I'm thinking about the greatest possible number that would still round to 440,000. If I picked 445,000, if this was my number, I know that's too great because then it would round up to 450,000. So it can't be 445,000. I need to pick another number. I know though, if I have the number 445,000 or 444,499, because it's one less than 445,000, it actually does round down. So this is actually my greatest possible number that rounds to 440,000 when rounding to my nearest 10,000. That's my greatest number. I'm going to label it my greatest number. Now I want to think about my least number. Now I know I can't put it in between 440 and 450 because that would be too great. So now I'm going to do 440,000 up here. I think about my 10,000 above and below. My 10,000 below is 430,000. I think about my midpoint. 435,000 is right in the middle. Now, this one's actually a little bit easier. I'm trying to think about my number that's my least. I actually know that 435,000 does round up to 440,000. If I pick a number smaller than this, it actually would be too small. And any number bigger, I can think of one that's a little bit smaller. So 435,000 is the number that's my least. So now I label. My greatest is 444,999, and my smallest is 435,000. This is my greatest, and this is my least, and they both round to 440,000 to the nearest 10,000.